Well, this is it, gentlemen and maybe the odd lady. It is the unboxing of a very special parcel. I've got Fagan RS500 to thank for this, really, from his recent suite of videos on progressive scan, interlacing and scanlines. And you might have seen his video on the SLG3000 scanline generator. Well, here it is. I ordered one as soon as I heard about it from his video, and it will mean that I can process a VGA signal and output to an LCD TV with scanlines. It's a very small device. That's the SLG there, and he is making cases for them now, so I have ordered a little case. I think what it does, it takes the VGA signal and every other line of that signal, it places a zero instead of a video signal. So in theory, every line of pixels is, basically this is why I don't do technical videos, right? I'm gonna stop trying to explain it. It's a pretty black circuit board. You don't get many black circuit boards these days, but this is one of them. So on this gorgeous little black printed circuit board are 5 dip switches. These dip switches relate to the position of scanlines on the field, and I will find out what they do in a minute. Well, this is the SLG3000 setup, and I've discovered there are 2 main settings on these switches. One of those little switches is up at the moment, and if you inverse that setup, so they're all down apart from, they're inversed basically, then it gives you darker scan lines. So I've got it set up in series with my Dreamcast VGA box, in series via a male-to-male VGA adapter out of the other end. This is Gunbird 2, and I'm using the sharper scanline setting, because on a widescreen telly, when you've got it in tape mode, i.e. you're watching it on its side, it compresses the scanlines anyway, so they're a lot thinner, and they may even not come out on this video. So as you can see, they're quite subtle. Actually look very nice indeed on tape mode. Okay, so this is without scan lines at all, okay? No scan lines. Still looks a million times better than without scan lines. There's almost no comparison. It looks absolutely bollocks without scan lines. It looks absolutely lovely with them. Really appreciate the graphical design, as you can see the edges of the pixels much more clearly. So back to the heavy scan lines now. So yes, a darker image and a lot more like, a sort of conky old monitor you'd see in the arcade that was about 10 years old and had been firing away for 15 hours a day since 1983. This is the sort of image you associated with games like Vigilante, R-Type, just to name the ones that I used to play in the arcade. Quite a dark, liney screen. I must say, having looked at both modes, I think I prefer the light mode, shall we say, rather than heavy scanline mode. Mind you, when you get used to the liney look, I suppose it does look quite sexy. this is Zero Gunner 2, which runs on high res, i.e. 480 lines. So every other line on the screen of those 480 is now a scan line, it's now darker shade, but it still contains graphic signals. They're not absolutely black. The lines in between the light lines are simply a darker colour than their lighter neighbours. So what seems to be happening is something very clever which I can't quite understand. What I would say is on a game like this, which has got high res graphics and is running very smoothly, the scan lines still look amazing. You certainly don't think they're unnecessary, but at the same time, because of the resolution of the image, your eye doesn't really need them. You don't need to be reminded of the sides of the pixels, because the pixels are so goddamn small that it's just a joke. Whereas on a low-res image, where the graphics are more blocky, it's much less aesthetically pleasing to see a sort of mosaic of brightly coloured blocks, and much more satisfying to see a shutter-like image of blocks with dark lines in between them. So this is on full scanline mode, a harder setting, and it looks pretty damn sexy, I've got to say. It kind of looks dark without being dark, if you know what I mean. It's still colourful, but it's got that subdued sort of muted radiance that you do get with old arcade monitors, the likes of which I'm never likely to own in my own hands. So as you can see there, damn fine image, and just judging by my experiences over the last 20 or so minutes on the SLG, I'd say it's well worth the money. I'd recommend it for anyone who's into old school style action using modern day electronics. Thanks for watching.